Hey everybody, right now I am in Kansas City right now at a friend's place, but I just did an interview with one of my students. We've been working together for a little bit. He right now had just sold $11,000 almost worth of stuff in last month. You can see his screenshot here from right before the month ended. I forgot to show this until the very end of the actual video recorded, so I want to show you guys now, and let's go ahead and cut into the video. So how much money, before I ask, how much money did you make on that 11K in sales? What's your estimate?
We made, so it was 30%, and that was...
So 3 G's.
You're right.
3 G's, okay.
Yep. And that matches what we just got paid out.
Bro, that's perfect. So, I'm going to start the intro. Hey everybody, I am here with a fellow subscriber, Philip Dial. He's somebody you may have seen me post about once on my Facebook page because last month him and his partner did $11,000 in sales, and that is all online arbitrage. And they built their business up from, well, it was literally zero and built it up to that 11,000. And they've got a private label product that they're getting on the water actually coming out today. So I'm going to ask him a bunch of questions about how his business and how he built it up, because I have some students who've succeeded so well, like Philip, in arbitrage, and I have some that just can never seem to get anywhere. So that's why I'm bringing him on the channel, because I want to understand what he's doing right. So some of you get that boost up you need. Get that boost. So first, Philip, tell us, where'd your arbitrage business start? You said it started last November.
Correct.
And how
November 2017.
And did it start out without a lot of sales? How did it start?
So in November, that's when we started, so we didn't run any sales. But in December, we ended December 2017 with $583 in sales. Okay.
So when did it take off? I mean, because now you're at 11. How did that happen? How did that transpire?
So from about December until February, we were running 100% books.
Okay.
But we were running once we were getting about 100 books a week, that's when we capped out. We couldn't find any more inventory. We're like, where do we get more books? Right. So in February, beginning of February, we branched into OA to supplement our book income. And that's when we started seeing multi-$1,000 months. Like January, we did $1,300. February, we did $2,100. And it just kept going up and up. We kept almost doubling our revenue every month.
So you changed from books to arbitrage, and that's when stuff exploded.
Right. At first we were supplementing books with arbitrage, and then we would gradually move more and more into arbitrage.
Okay, so what was the limiting factor? Did you just need more money? You needed more skills, more time?
So the limiting factor in books was finding inventory. But with OA,
yeah,
the limiting factor with OA was finding the products. We needed a better sourcing strategy with online arbitrage.
So how are you finding them at first, and then what did you transition to?
At first, I was using tactical arbitrage like most people, I think. And I couldn't find anything because I was running crazy high filters, like 100% ROI, a bunch of sales a month, just crazy factors. But once we started going looser and looser, running like I was running like at one point 2% ROI, no profit, just no rank, just to see what was tactical arbitrage giving me, what kind of data am I having in front of me. And then once we realized that's when we started finding the nuggets, because at the end of the day, tactical arbitrage is just a data aggregator, and you still need a human to analyze all the data on tactical arbitrage.
I've heard a lot of people saying that, and in case you don't know what tactical arbitrage is, it's a website, and it goes out and it scans all these other websites, that whatever you tell it to, and it will actually bring back deals for you to look at and see if you want to actually buy them. It does the analysis for you. And I actually have a video on step-by-step how to do it with one of my friends, so I'll put a link to that below if you want to check that out. So you've been using tactical arbitrage this whole time to help scale up to 11K. So what's your profit percentage on that 11?
On 11K, we did 30% profit. So we got a little over 3,000.
So about $3,300 in profit. And sure, some of you think that's a little bit low, but it's guys, it's still game changing. That's life changing for almost everybody. If you made an extra $3,300 a month, that would be. It was life changing for me if I had that extra. So, with that, what did you loosen up your filters? What categories did you find? I mean, you don't have to tell me, but is there certain categories or some tricks you could give for the people starting out?
No, dude, I have like the whole breakdown in my head already because I posted it on one of your comments. It was like 65% grocery, like 10% industrial and scientific or something like that. Mainly grocery. That's where we just blew up. It was just we were finding grocery products here, like left and right.
Grocery products, really?
Right. And a lot of go ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
It was a lot of multi-packs, a lot of high quantity units, like products that are selling over 2,000 a month with like 5 or 6 sellers on it.
So that's actually really cool. 2,000 units a month with 6 sellers. Those who don't know, that's an incredibly small amount of sellers. And I got this cat over here, by the way. Come over here, Java. Say hi to the camera, or don't say hi to the camera. She's crawling all over me. So what's the most you ever bought of a unit? So you found something in the grocery. What's the most that you ever bought, units-wise?
350 units of one product, yeah.
So about 350 units of something.
Right.
Then the site lets you do that.
Oh yeah, it was a wholesale site.
Oh really? So
it was through TA though.
Okay. Do you plan on repurchase? Is this something you can just repurchase over and over again now?
So with those not in grocery, I'm gonna be real, because it got ungated for all these sellers. Every single product tanked.
Really?
So we gotta keep moving to find new products because they just ungated it last month, I think, right? Amazon.
Yeah, they did.
So a flood of new sellers just jumped on every listing.
So where do you see potential now? Are you going to something else?
So we're gonna, we had a big business meeting all week, just every day. How are we gonna revamp our strategy? Because we can't go in grocery all over again. That's not gonna fly this month for June. So what we started thinking was, I started reaching out to a lot of my book friends who were doing about $100K a month in books. And I was like, where are they getting these books from? How are you getting these sourcing from? They just told me, calling a bunch of mom and pop thrift stores and stuff, and just going out of your way to get the sources, not letting them come to you, but going out for the source. So we just made a bunch of phone calls. And yesterday we landed a deal with the guy, 19,000 books. We're going to do it 9 cents a pound, and it hasn't been picked over. It hasn't been scanned by anybody.
Wow. Have fun with that. You're going to hire somebody to do that? I mean, I'm not doing it.
We just bought a storage unit, a big facility, and we got to get a U-Haul to transport it and everything. But it's just going to be, we're not going to hire anybody because we're going to keep our expenses low. Dang. So we're going to do all the labor.
That's awesome and scary at the same time. So you're actually transitioning back to books because you've been contacting people who are just like killing it in the game and talking to them. I did not know that.
A lot of people who do books and see sellers go to OA and RA, they're like, I don't understand why sellers leave books. It's so good.
Really?
But a lot of sellers leave because they run out of sourcing options.
I do have people ask me about books, and I guess that's the solution. Go out and be proactive about it.
If you look at the top sellers on Amazon, they're all bookstores.
Really?
I mean, the first top 10 top sellers in Amazon are all the top 8 are like booksellers.
I'll take your word for it. I haven't checked. I'm just trying to get my own products out there, help you guys out. So let's tell me about the private label product. So a couple things that we just learned there, by the way, is it's so important to go out there and network with other people. Facebook groups are so important.
Killer.
Did you meet these people in Facebook groups? Where did you meet these big
guys? Reese, your Facebook group, like just FBA Today. It's so important to stay connected on Facebook because when you're thinking when you have a problem in your Amazon business and you need an answer, don't Google it. Go to your Facebook group, go in the search for your group, and they'll have that question will have been asked 3 years ago or 2 years ago with 50 comments on it and a bunch of solutions.
Wow, okay, that's a solution, everybody. That's something I've been doing a lot. When I bought my new computer, I went into a Facebook group for a bunch of techies. I was like, is this a good computer, guys? And they grilled me. They're like, that's an awful computer. Don't buy that. It's going to break next week. So
Exactly.
that's cool. So tell us about private label, your last part of your business you're going into, because I hope you guys have got a lot of value out of this video so far. Tell us about your private label product. How did you choose it? And you said about how much did you spend on it?
So we had originally purchased a course for our private label, and through the
Ooh.
course, yeah, not gonna promote it because we didn't need it, but we learned how to source and everything, and we use Viral Launch to find this product that we're launching. And it for those of you who know Viral Launch, it's a 5-star ideal score, low reviews, high little number of sellers, no brand, no patents, high number of sales. So it's like it's the perfect market. It's a medical category, so it's gated for a lot of people, but we're ungated in that. And we spent $4,000 to get 500 units, and it's shipping out today.
So how did you get ungated? Were you just ungated because you've been selling for a while?
Yes, we every week or so we run through the list of 200 applications or so, and we refill the drafts to see what we're auto ungated in.
So
And
for
as
those,
of recent,
no, go ahead, dude. I didn't want to interrupt.
as of recently, we just got ungated in pretty much everything. The only thing we need to worry about now is brand restrictions and ASIN restrictions.
So for those of you that don't know, I'll put this video below too, but you can actually get auto ungated for things once you've been selling for a while. Once I was selling for, I think it took me 3 months, I'm ungated in like every category now and subcategory. Just because I did that arbitrage. That's one thing I think is about starting out in arbitrage. You get ungated for a lot of things that you don't need to worry about.
Right.
So I actually have an interview I'm planned with a student that launched his product, and he's selling about 10 units a day, and he launched like 3 days ago. So we'll probably have him on the channel if I can get him on. He's super busy, but so what do you think are the keys to being successful on Amazon?
The keys to being successful.
As a new person, if you go back 6 months, like what's it going to take you to succeed again? How are you going to get there in a month?
You need to trust your gut. When you see the data and analytics in front of you, buy the product when it looks good. Don't think, oh, like, what am I missing? What's the uncertainty? Just get into it before other people get into it. And then 2, learn how to handle failure, because you're going to have to push through it to be successful on Amazon.
Have you bought some crappy products?
All the time, dude. And all the time we buy crappy products. It's a part of the process. So let's say we have a purchase order of like $2,000. We kind of expect $100 of that is going to be in loss or error or something. But there's some products you just can't avoid sometimes. Like you look at the data, everything looks good, but you buy it and then prices tank all of a sudden for no reason. So you have to account for those failures too, where you did the best job you could do, but it didn't work out anyway. And you can't let that affect you. You did everything right. You just need to reapply the same strategy to a new product.
So that's why you're at 30%, because you were up here, and then as I know from selling arbitrage, crap happens, and then you just got to account for that.
Exactly. That's what dips into your margins.
Hey, I'm still impressed that you've gone from pretty much zero in less than 6 months up to $3,300 in profit and a private label going, and a lot of people can't say that. So if you guys want to contact Phil, do you want your Facebook below this? Or
yeah, you can. I'll send it to you, and you can plug it in. Or I think you have it.
I have it.
Just drop it in your link. Yeah.
Oh, we're definitely friends on Facebook. I talked to you a couple times
already.
And by the way, in case you're wondering, here's his sales from. Let me show you his sales if I can find it here. Right here. Here's his sales from last month. That's right before the month ended. He pulled about 11,000 in those 3 days in that month. So, like I said, I'm really impressed. You can see how he really ramped up towards the end of the month. So we're going to wrap up the interview now. If you guys want to check out my course on how to do online arbitrage, I will link that below also, as well as links to all the videos I talked about and my brother Phil's Facebook page.
Already.
Okay, well, I'll cut it out there, but let me stop.